workout for Saturday. Starting off with your strength portion, we have an EMOM. We've got an 8-minute EMOM, 2 movements, but really the same movement, just 2 different minutes, a right side and a left side. We're going to work on some Turkish get-ups. It's a beautiful movement to work on shoulder stability and just little bits and parts of performance that you are going to want to work on. It helps with overhead stability, all those things. So if you're working on being able to move your shoulder capsule in a good place, good position, you can't do anything better than a Turkish get-up. This thing is amazing. So we're going to do that, an EMOM, 8 minutes. And then we'll talk about your workout, your metabolic conditioning after that, a little running, and then a little bit of core workout, classic couplet. We'll get after it. Let's talk about your EMOM. So for your strength portion, we have an 8-minute EMOM. Let's talk about the Turkish get-up. So your starting position, whether it's a dumbbell or kettlebell, today we're using a kettlebell, you're going to press to the sky, immediately lock it right into that lat, okay? From here, take that left arm and go out to the side, bring that right knee up. So the same knee is coming up as the kettlebell is up. Now what Holly's going to do here is she's going to do a Turkish sit-up, leaning onto that arm, to that hand, and keeping that leg straight. Now that front leg is what's going to come through underneath the knee into a lunge position. Now she is getting up into an overhead lunge. Notice that she continues to look at her kettlebell. From here, she's going to look straight at her kettlebell, standing right up and keep punching to the sky. After she's done, she's halfway through, and she's going to reverse engineer, getting into that overhead lunge, reaching back for the ground, taking that leg, bringing it out front, leaning off to the side, and then down to her shoulder blades, bringing that kettlebell down to the press. Now, once she's here in that position, as soon as she's there, she can touch and go. So when she's ready, she can go ahead and get into another Turkish get-up, all the way from beginning to end. Continuously looking at the sky. She knows the ground is there. She doesn't need to look for the ground. She needs to just make sure that that overhead position is locked right into the ground. Once she's done with her 2 in that minute, she's going to rest, move the kettlebell or dumbbell over to the other side, and then at the top of the next minute, she'll start 2 more. So that's your EMOM. Let's talk about your row or run or something else. Depending on what you have at home, it's really going to dictate this portion of what you're going to do. So if you happen to have a rower, then we want a 500-meter row from you. If you don't have a rower, what we want is 400-meter run from you. Now, if you're able to use Map My Run or Runkeeper to kind of map out your different distances, and what we have today, we have a 400, a 300, 200, 100, and a 50-meter run. If you want to be very specific and you have the time to figure that out, highly suggest you do that. It's great to know where those distances are in your neighborhood or where you're at. But if you don't have that ability, another way to do it, and what we have written in the programming, is for that first run, what you're going to do is a 2-minute total run. And then subsequent timings after that. Now this is how you're going to break that timing up. What you're going to do is, for that first 2-minute run, you're going to run out for 1 minute. Use your clock, bring your phone with you, bring a timer with you, whatever you have. Just do an out and back, 1 minute out, and then the next minute coming back. That's what you plan on doing. And then for the next runs after that, just keep cutting them in half and do an out and back with your phone or your timer. That'll give you a little bit of a distance to be able to get out there and get back. They're going to get shorter every single time, and that's the point. That last run, it's going to be weird. It's only about 15 seconds of a sprint, but you're just going to get out and back real quick so you can finish up on those V sit-ups. Okay, so we just talked about your run, but this is a couplet, and we are doing alternating V-ups in between every run or row, whatever it is that you're doing. So Holly's going to start with her hands behind her, pointing her toes, and all we're doing is bringing one leg up at a time as straight as possible, alternating. Your first set is 50, so you're doing 25. Go ahead and rest. Now, if you can't do V-up, then we're going to do a knee to chest. Now, she doesn't have to bring her legs straight up. All she's doing is bringing her knees up and her hands just outside her legs. So go ahead and give me some alternating knee-ups, Holly. That's all we're doing, bringing yourself up to a setup just like that, and bringing that knee up to the chest. Now, if your hands can't stay outside of your body, you can put them right underneath your hips. Whatever's comfortable for you to be able to do that. And just all from here, all you're going to do, you're not even going to bring your upper body up, you're just going to bring a knee up. That's all we're going to do. Just bring a knee up. depending on where you're at. Everybody's everywhere, so find something that you can do, modification that allows you to keep moving. That's your workout. We want to see what it looks like. Post us, tag us in it, and we'll see you soon.